Okay, it's gonna be cringe, probably. This is like a story time that I'm gonna be doing. This first one. If you wanna see more, tell me in the comments and shit. Okay, so I'm picking a story real quick. Okay, so I'm gonna tell you a story about how. So there's this big scar on my foot, and it's gonna be pretty nasty if you don't want to hear it, because people usually get nasty. People usually get nasty. People usually get grossed out by it. So if you don't want to get grossed out or anything, probably click off. But anyways, so we're gonna get into this now. Where do I start? Okay, so when I was like 4 or 5, I think I was 4-ish, yeah, something like that. I have 8 other siblings, 3 brothers and 5 sisters. If you didn't know that already. And so, one of my brothers, I'm not gonna say his name, so I'll just call him Tyrone, because that's the first name that popped into my head. Okay, so Tyrone, let's say this. Tyrone said that we should go. So I lived on a farmhouse when I was young, until I was probably 6 or 7. And so, if you didn't already know that, and so my farmhouse. I just woke up, so my farmhouse had like this hill, and it was a really big steep hill. It was really steep, and it went straight down, and then there was a little lip that went up to the what is it called? And then it went up to the road. So like, put this in your mind. There's a house, and then there's a steep hill that goes down, and then there's like a little lip that goes up and goes flying into the road. So my brother said, let's go down it, and there was supposed to be no cars, and no, there was no cars, actually. That's not how I got the scar on my foot. So there was no cars or anything, and so we went down this hill and on the bike, and we were going down it, and oh, okay, so let me tell you this setting. So it's on a farmhouse, right? I already told you this, but okay, so my mom said to put on shoes, but I didn't want to, because I don't like shoes that much, and I didn't like shoes that much, and I still kind of don't. They just annoy me. So she said put on shoes, and I said no, so I put on flip-flops or sandals. I think they were flip-flops. And so we were going down the hill. It was pretty fast. And while we were going down, my flip-flop flew off, and it got stuck in, you know, in the bike, those pedals, or whatever the hell they're called. They're like pedals, sort of. And so I'm sorry, I'm playing the game, and I'm multitasking, and I can't really think right now. Here, I'll pause it. So I was going down the hill, right? And it's, again, really steep. So we're going down, and it's really fast, and then, you know, like, where the wheel is attached, it, like, you know the little, like, metal things that go into the center of the wheels? Well, it was on the back wheel, and my brother Tyrone, he was going down full speed as fast as he could, and my flip-flop in the back of it, because it can like come off your heel, it can come off your heel. It got stuck inside that. It flew off, and it was like a trick bike. You know, the bikes that you can do tricks on and everything. Well, they weren't that tied on. They're not supposed to spin really fast, the trick ones, the trick things that you put on them. But this one was spinning really fast. So when it hit my foot, it went in and was just drilling on my foot and giving me like all sorts of burns because it was going so fast, and it was like tearing up my foot. And it was like, it wasn't hollow, so it was just like an entire metal rod that was sort of screwed on. So that's why it was spinning, because it wasn't really screwed on that well. And so then I fell off the bike and hit like a tree with the same foot, and it hurt really bad. So then I was like four-ish, and so when that happened, I was like freaking out because it hurt so bad. And it was just crazy because it hurt so bad. I can't even explain the pain, how bad it hurt. I was not really that much of a crier when I was young, like ever, and I'm still not. I don't really cry that much for some reason. I just don't feel like crying. Just, I don't know, it makes me feel weak, I guess. And I haven't cried in like, I'd say 2 years, maybe. It's been a while since I've cried. And, so, my dad, he had, okay, let me tell you a real quick story. My dad was, like, hella into alcohol, like, he's an alcohol drinker. Or it was, because I don't really know if he is anymore, because some of you know. So anyways, so what was going on was, he had that in his hand. He went and got gauze, if you know what that is. It's just like a medicine that really hurts and it burns, but it cleans out wounds. He got it and just dumped a bunch, and it stung so bad. And it was just like unbearable pain because I just had my foot drilled into by a bike, and now I'm getting freaking gauze dumped on my foot, which hurts so bad that I can't even explain how bad it hurt. And it was just unbearable pain for like 3 days after that, I think. And it was just crazy, because after that, I didn't have school then because I was like 4. I skipped preschool and went straight to kindergarten because my mom didn't feel like school was that important. So I was like, alright, shit, bet. And so, yeah, that's pretty much it. And like, so I don't know how to explain it more. Just pretty much it. My foot got drilled into and got a bunch of burns on it. My dad got gauze and poured it on my foot. And that's pretty much it, actually. That's like just a short sum up of the story. Let's just say my brother Tyrone got in big trouble for that. And this video isn't 10 minutes long yet, so I'm gonna mute my mic and I will show some gameplay of Assassin's Creed Odyssey. If you like this video, press the like button, subscribe if you're new, turn on post notifications, and if you liked this, comment down below if you want to see more. Bye.
Pafson!
I should try to stay out of sight.
I'm watching you. Move along. Just be careful. This will be easy. Just die. Do it. Nobody can recognize your body when I get down. I'll protect death is near.
Shit, I finally got it to me unmute my mic. Shit.
Commander at the helm!
Forward! Faster! Hang on tight!
Battle! Rowers need time to rest!
Let's go! Get ready to fight! Loose spear! Throw spear! Make them come! Archers! Get closer! Spear volley! Archers to the front! Spear now! Head for overwater! Ready! We've reached full speed! Prepare to board! Follow me! Go! Woo! Feel that wind? Lower sail! Raise the sail! Ready arrows! Set them aflame! Archer! Attack! Archers! Ready! Ready to shoot! Spears at the ready! Go!
Until your return, Commander.
Παναγέωνε στο φυγή.
Let's ride.
Τι λαμβάνει η χώρα,
We'll be watching you, Miss Dios. At least give them a welcome first.
For Zeus!
Cassandra, it's you!
Phoebe,
You promised we'd see each other again, and now we have.
I also said stay out of trouble.
Which I have. Okay, almost out of trouble.
I can't believe you're here.
Me either. I can't believe we both made it to Athens. It's so much different from Kefalonia.
But what are you doing here?
I'm here to get you ready. I have to make sure you leave all your weapons and change into these clothes.
So you somehow work here. For Pericles?
No, for Aspasia.
I don't understand why I have to change.
It's just what you do here. I felt weird at first, but you forget about it pretty fast.
And my weapons?
Don't worry, I'll take care of them. You don't want to scare people in there.
Well... I think I'm ready to go in.
You can't! Not like that, anyway. The Athenians like it best when you try to fit in. But don't worry, I have just the outfit for you.
There's no way I'm wearing that.
But if you don't,
I mean it, Phoebe.
you have to leave your weapons here, though.
Fine.
Don't say I didn't warn you.
Is that everything?
You're all ready to go in. Don't worry, you've done scarier things than this.
I'm struggling to think of any right now. Are you sure I can't keep just one weapon with me?
No weapons. Now hurry and go in. Oh, and don't leave without saying bye.
Here, Cassandra. The mighty mercenary and traveler has finally made her grand entrance. Only slightly late, too.
Herodotus! Athenians have no problem letting me know when I'm not welcome. It's a relief to see your friendly face.
Don't let the company here tonight intimidate you.
I won't.
Pericles is no king. He needs these guests to love him so that the people love him. And they, in turn, need Pericles. You're no different from any of them.
Do you really think these people will help me?
Perhaps your individual fashion sense would get their memories working. Now then, let me introduce you to everyone. They may not look it, but this group holds the way to the future on the tip of their opinionated tongues. Ah, Sophocles and Euripides, for example. Two of the most celebrated playwrights to date. No one can throw stones as far as they can. They appear to be locked in some kind of intellectual struggle, as is their way.
He's a writer of comedies, of all things. Comedies, Euripides.
I've heard of Sophocles. In my line of work, it pays to know who the richest and most famous men are.
Hermippos has also written his fair share of comedies.
You should drink more.
Lately, his attitudes have garnered him more notice than his works. However, the fellow beside him, Protagoras, is a sophist worthy of as much praise as the great Socrates himself.
Inviting Socrates seems like a good way to ruin everyone's night. I'm surprised they would let him in the door.
Oh, don't let Socrates get under your skin. At least he wore shoes for the occasion. And the poor thing gesticulating like an ape is Thrasymachos. If you listen closely, you'll notice he and Socrates are actually arguing the same points. But the wind from his wild gestures deafens him to critique.
That isn't at all what I mean.
Where is Pericles?
Oh, he never attends his own parties. Which reminds me, there's something I need to get his help with.
Vile Socrates, always appearing where I least expect him. Warrior, protect me from his amorous gaze. Oh, Alcibiades, this is not a time for jealousy, but for love.
Let's not use Alcibiades as an example. Be good, and don't drink too much. So, tell me, what does a Misthios like you think of a party like this?
This is going to be a long night. Party should be about vomiting up blood, not vomiting up poetry. These people are so clean.
If these guests aren't to your own unique tastes, then just focus on why you came here in the first place.
Thank you, Herodotus.
Now, if you'll excuse me, Pericles is here somewhere, and I need to prepare him. If he's alone, I'll tell him what your brother said.
Agreed. Pericles needs to know. I'll stay here and look for clues.
I hope they know something about your mother.
Me too.
Amistios? Here? I suppose they've sent you to mock me for my fight with Euripides.
I've seen lots of fights. That wasn't one.
I really made a fool of myself this time, didn't I? I'm Sophocles, though I'm sure you knew that. And you are?
I am looking for information that'll help me find someone. A Spartan woman.
A Spartan woman in Athens. Sounds intriguing. Though, if you expect me to notice someone other than myself, you expect too much. You could talk to Euripides. He's the second most worldly man here. That pediculous, xanthodontus exophthalmic Morosov. But he doesn't talk without a drink.
I have no idea what that meant.
No, you don't.
So we get him drunk and he talks. He sounds more Argive than Athenian.
Impressive, foreigner. Euripides is from Argos.
All right. If nothing else, this party could use the help.
You'll need to pick the right wine for this task. The kitchen should have what you need. Let me know when Euripides is done in, and I'll slip away unseen.
I'll get the wine.
Wonderful. Now, if you want some friendly advice, Aristophanes cannot stand sweet wine. I've seen what it can do to him. Absolutely, horrifyingly delightful.
It wouldn't be a party without someone losing their stomach. I'll let you know if your plan worked.
You shouldn't be in here. What do you want?
I've come to get your finest dry wine.
Yes, take it. But get out of my kitchen. I'm very busy, you know.
Amistios in Pericles' abode? I never thought I'd see the day. You must have seen me doing my impression of Hermippos. I call it the dejected weasel. Tell me, what does it think?
Did you just call me it? Watch your mouth, Athenian.
It speaks, and so feisty too. Sometimes I wonder if I'm doomed to be the only young and beautiful thing here. So, what do they call you?
Cassandra.
I wouldn't peg you as a Cassandra, but never mind. I'm Aristophanes, and this man is Euripides. Oh, go on. Introduce yourself.
I'm Euripides.
For a playwright, you're not much for words.
Good men lead quiet lives, as old Euripides likes to say. Don't you, Euripides?
When I need to relax, I start a fight. For you, though.
Quickly! Bring him some wine so that he might say something clever.
After my argument with Sophocles, I think I'd rather keep my head clear.
You and Aristophanes could both use a drink. Let's play a game.
A competition?
Ah, wonderful idea. Euripides seems quiet, but he never turns down a challenge.
Well, if you brought us some wine, I wouldn't be opposed to showing this young one how we Argives drink.
To Dionysos.
This is delicious.
This is nectar of the gods. Another round!
How about some more?
Where did you find this delicious wine? It must be Pericles' finest.
You know what they say, good wine makes good friends.
Ready for another?
This is the best symposium I've been to in a while.
You know what? I like you. Who brought you here?
I brought myself. I'm on the trail of a woman who fled Sparta a long time ago.
Fled? Why?
She lost 2 children. She had no choice.
She fled to heal a broken heart. Euripides, write her into a play.
I've heard Spartan mothers go to a sanctuary in Argolis to beg Asclepios for his divine pity. I should know, it's my home.
After what she went through, I'm not sure she'd trust priests.
Then she sought my friend, Hippocrates. He's a physician, best of the best. He still keeps his office in Argos. If she went to him for help, there's no doubt he'd have given it.
I love getting drunk and singing. Come back if you want to sing with me.
I'll think about it. Hippocrates in Argos. Here I come.
How's Euripides? Drunk, I hope.
You can stop hiding in here. Euripides won't notice you coming out. He won't notice anything.
Hiding? Heed this. War has come to Athens. First they take our homes, then they take our heads. I intend to be found with at least my dignity intact. Or what's left of it anyway. If you see Pericles, tell him I said thank you for another colorful evening.
Someone's being hurt. Open this door or I'll kick it in!
No, don't mind her. She likes to watch. Look at you. Such authority. Such aggression. I can see why Pericles has taken such an interest in you. Did you come to join us?
It sounded like someone was in pain.
Well, it can sometimes be hard to distinguish between sounds of pleasure and pain. Had I known you were going to knock, I would have left my door wide open for you.
I only came to this symposium to find someone.
Sounds like we can help each other then, doesn't it? You fetch us a bit of oil, I help you find who you're looking for. Maybe they're in here.
She's not in there.
I think I'll check all the same.
I come bearing gifts.
We're saved! Today, these women grieved for their sons, and these men worked the wall. But tonight, we forget all of that. Let's have some fun! What do you say? Care to join us?
Fucking do.
Time for some fun. You'll have to help me get out of my clothes.
Gladly. If you like, we can feed them to the goat.
There's another goat?
Ooh.
Now, it's time for you to help me, Ali. I'm looking for someone.
All business right until the end. I like that.
Focus. I'm looking for a woman who fled Sparta a long, long time ago.
Fled Sparta? No one flees Sparta. But let's pretend she did. If she were stupid, she'd be dead. If she were smart, she'd do what Aspasia did. She'd earn her independence. The smartest and most resourceful women I've ever met have been in Corinthia.
Prostitutes? This is serious.
They don't like being called that, and for good reason. They offer so much more than their bodies.
Such as...
These women are companions, counselors, confidants. Powerful men come to the Etera asking for advice and value their words more than those of their closest friends and advisors.
Ali! Come back inside!
Ooh, the celebration continues. When you reach Corinth, find Anfusa. No one goes in or out of the city without her knowing. Until we meet again, warrior.
Anthusha in Corinth. It's not much, but it's a start.
Here comes
If you guys don't mind, I'm just gonna skip past this.
If you've been...
Where it yet?
I've seen...
Is it by
You just said... but you...
I do it.
I couldn't help but notice your talent for debate. Well done.
So...
that now.
I have...
Oh, we do.
Fiti.
It seems we...
I've been searching...
What if he's... I'm sure...
That's all I...
There is...
What's her thing?
When... Now do me a favor and get Pericles to come down here and greet his guests.
Cassandra? I don't recall sending for you, Miss Theos. Phoebe shouldn't have let you in here.
Phoebe did nothing wrong. Aspasia asked her to let me in.
Of course she did. I can't say I'm thrilled about going down and speaking to everyone. Technically, you're a guest. If you join Herodotus and me, that should be enough for her, don't you think?
You really don't want to go downstairs, do you?
When your days are spent speaking in front of crowds, you begin to crave these moments of silence.
Or as silent as I let it be, at least.
Your life is in danger.
Yes, Herodotus was saying. This cult doesn't worry me.
I have my life threatened by far worse people every day. My true concern is Athens. I fear for her future.
The Spartans aren't your real concern, Pericles. The cult is coming, and they're bringing their strongest weapon.
Listen to her, Pericles.
The Spartans are immediate. A cult's threat is ambiguous.
I'm related to one of the cult members, and I believe him when he says they're coming after you.
Sound counsel to consider. I'll be sure to let my men know, regardless.
Aspasia sent me to see what's taking you so long.
Tell Aspasia I'll be right there. I suppose this is where our conversation ends. Thank you again for helping me. I hope my guests are able to help you in your search.
Time will tell.
Well, guys, I know this was an abrupt stop, but it's been longer than 10 minutes, I know that for a fact, and, well, I'm gonna end the video here. If you like this, if you liked this video, and if you're new, subscribe and turn on post notifications again, and if you wanted to see, more of this, comment down below. Anyways, that'll be it. Peace.